Hello everyone and welcome to my very first StarCraft 2 commentary. Well, not my very first because I've commentated a few before, but they kinda just weren't worth watching at all. Anyway, I am Ellipsisstarcraft, bringing you a Zerg vs. Zerg on Tal'Darim Altar. I can tell that because of this. Honestly, I can't remember names to save my life, so I just kind of look at this. I'm like, ooh, Tal'Darim Altar. Awesome. I hate this map. Actually, I like this map a lot. It's pretty nice. I kind of like this ledge because I can put spine crawlers up here and it like hits people so much, especially when they spawn where we've spawned. Either way, I am Ellipsis, spawning in the bottom left corner, and my opponent is Robowsky. Robowsky. That guy, spawning in the top left corner. So, for these spawning positions, I don't know. I prefer cross spawns in any matchup because I'm a macro Zerg player. I really like fast expands. And yeah, I'm not that good at micro anyway. Anyway, terrible mistake. Never do that. Hint, never do that. It doesn't work. They could just like click minerals to jump over your dudes anyway. Yeah, that works if you didn't already know. Yeah, when I found out about that, it was crazy. Oh, and he blocked my spawning pool as well. This drone's kind of a trooper. He just like delayed me so much. And yeah, this drone was definitely worth it. He got scouting information. He saw that I didn't get fast gas before I got my spawning pool. And he's definitely served his worth. You'll see right now that he definitely got his gas faster than me, considering his gas is already up and his spawning pool is on the way. Now, this is the first game I can remember that I didn't go gas first against Zerg. Maybe, I don't know, I was just like, okay, let's try this and see if I can get faster lings out than he can, but that doesn't seem to be the case, seeing as we got them at about the same time. Yeah, it's probably what that drone did, but still, even then, it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, the travel distance on this map is legendary. Like, it's huge. I'd have to go all the way over, down this ramp, all the way up here, past that watchtower, all the way over here, through there, around, and up. Well, I guess it would be a little bit faster if I just went through here, but whatever. It's still pretty dang long, and in that time, he could definitely spawn at least one group of Zerglings. Well, this drone's going to get cleaned up nicely by sixlings, because I'm pretty sure sixlings can take care of a drone in any situation whatsoever. Unless, like, the drone is getting healed constantly, but that's probably not going to happen. Something nifty that he did with the gas steals there was he oversupplied himself. If you look back, he was 20 to 18 before, and that's what he used this gas steal for. See, because it confused me, because nobody really gas steals in Zerg versus Zerg because nobody needs gas in Zerg versus Zerg, especially in the late game. Most players actually pull off gas after they get the initial 100 to buy speed, which I haven't actually bought yet. So, yeah, that's pretty bad on my part. Sixlings for each of us. He just spawned 4 more. Getting an evolution chamber up and running along with a spine. Now, right now, I don't know. He seems like he's going to be more aggressive than I would, for sure. And let's see what he sees here. So he just saw that, and he saw that I wasn't going fast gas, so he should have known that I wasn't going to be crazy aggressive. Anyway, engaging here, it's, 6lings to 10lings, so that's not going to work out well for me. I noticed he had speed, so I was like, there's no point in running. Try to inflict as much damage as possible. And this fast expand, yeah, that fast expand's officially dead. And same with that ling. I mean, drone. Because, drones are faster than lings and have a good amount of attack damage. Yeah, everybody knows that ling's mine. Yeah. Anyway, so right now, I think he could do a pretty successful run by, seeing as I have 1 roach and a few lings, and he has a ton of lings. In fact, the fact that he just kind of walks off here, I guess the unit difference is really hard to see, but yeah, he probably could have gone in, killed a good amount of drones, got out, only losing about a good amount of those lings, only about half. In the meantime, after that, I would have even expanded because, seriously, It's not like he's going to do anything. You just killed half of his drones, half of the 11 that he has. He has no income anymore. Going to APMs, it's like 60 to 80 type thing. He has way more APM than me, but APM does not decide the victor in this game. Or at least that's what I will decide. Getting some pretty good Overlord spread here. Catching his main door and the fastest travel route. And even his expansion. I don't know why he wouldn't move this guy. It's not like I'm going to be doing any cheesy play anymore. Usually you do that to like catch bunkers or cannons. And there's some action over here. Getting one shot off, two shots off, actually killing Ling. Although, why doesn't he have a kill? What the heck? How did that happen? Wow. That's weird. Oh. No. Oh, I have two. Okay, never mind. Wow. You can see I don't use roaches often, eh? Yes, I'm Canadian. I said A. Yeah. Moving on. Getting some okay creep spread. Getting a lot more drones. He's droning up hardcore. Getting a roach warren, which I forgot to mention. In the meantime, I'm getting a spire. Now, spires, they're not really standard in ZVZ, I think. Not very many people get spires because once you get infestors, they're kind of useless because they can just get killed by what? I think it's 3 fungals can kill a muta, and then when mutas all clump up like they always do, there's no way really to stop them from clumping up unless you magic box, but that's annoying. So yeah, one infestor was full, or no, 2 infestors I think. No, 1 infestor with full energy should do it. And yeah, so 1 infestor's on the field and all your mutas are dead. Not very effective. But, you know, I was in a desperate spot anyway, so I thought I'd try them out. Especially because, if you haven't noticed yet, Tier 1 Zerg units like Lings, Roaches, and Banelings are, they don't attack air. The only early unit that Zerg have to attack air is the Queen. So, well, and Spore Crawlers, but I don't even have an Evolution Chamber up, so that's out of the question. Spraying a little creep myself, moving these Spine Crawlers up, because I did see that troop movement from this Overlord, so I knew he was going to happen. Or I knew it was going to happen, and he was going to attack soon. Wanted to get as many Spore Crawlers in range, or as many people in range of these Spore Crawlers as possible. He's just building a small army up at my base. He probably knows he has an income lead, and he does. So, surprisingly, it's not that much, except for the gas. But seeing as I'm only really using 1 gas, even though I should be using 2 to fund these mutas, yeah, I guess I just needed the minerals so much, seeing as I didn't have any drones. In an actual game, I'd probably have like this fully saturated and this half saturated or more by now, depending on how good the game's going. Either way, I'm seeing all these troop movements via, there's an Overlord over here, and this dude helps me out, and I did have that creep spread. Man, I love creep spread. Helps out so much. Speaking of creep spread, he's creeping closer to me. This Overlord is going up here. I actually lost an Overlord up here to the Queen. I think it was this Queen. No, this Queen. There you go. And, yeah, she rocked that Overlord's world. Anyway, so Muta's coming. I did not want to show them. That was a miss rally, I think. It's been a while since I've played this game, obviously, seeing as I can't remember half the stuff that's going on. I need to put drones on this gas, or else that would just be a wasted 25 minerals. But so we see this army. Is he going to push in? No, he's going to go over here. Don't know why he'd go over there. Maybe to check the expansion. But anyway, this Overlord, he's awesome. He spotted this and allowed my Lings to get an awesome surround on these roaches and just take them all out with roach help. Although I think just those Lings would have done it. Then he even runs away with these Lings. I don't know why he did that. He probably could have taken on that army with that amount of Lings. Noticing that, I definitely ran away. I was just like, oh my god, I need to get back to my spines. Safety spines, save me. I need to inject. I need to inject. There we go. Thank you. Anyway. So, army sizes are pretty even. He has more, but I have a few more roaches that can balance those scales. And I have these mutas. He has not seen these mutas yet. If he did, he would definitely be getting some spores down. He would not just be getting a Spire. I can't believe he's getting a Spire. It's the first time I've ever seen a Spire in like a ZVZ that I've actually played online. Getting more roaches. Yeah, he's definitely not seeing my mutas. Moving around. I'm expanding. He did see my expansion with this Overlord, however. So I basically expected him to expand directly afterward. Which, look, he did. It's amazing. Anyway, is this queen going to take this Overlord out? I doubt it. That Overlord has speed, so it's going to get away just fine, seeing as the queen has less than 1 movement speed off creep. And, oh no, this queen's dead. No chance. However, I did decide to reveal my mutas and just... This is how good mutas are if somebody just decides to go all roachling. I mean, nothing can kill these mutas right now. They're impossible to kill. They're going to clean up these roaches so easily. What I should have done, because those lings would have done it fine, is just went up and killed as many drones and that expansion and as much as I could, just as fast as possible. Instead, I kind of wasted some time. But moving on, I'm getting into his base, getting up in his business, doing a lot of damage. This kind of like saves me here because right now, yeah, Harvester lead 15 to 24. If I let this go on for any longer, he'd own me. And that spore does get up, but it doesn't seem to be shooing my mutas away as much as those mutas are shooting my mutas away. And I'm doing my best to kill these spores, but they're still getting a few good shots off. And then it finally goes down along with that expansion. So right now I'm feeling alright because I've got an expansion up, I've got more larvae. He's doing not so good. He just lost an expansion, some gas, maybe an overlord or two, his entire army. Like, yeah, come on. He must be shaking right now. He's like, oh my god, I lost my entire army and there's an army right outside my base and that spine is in a bad position to defend against a ranged army right now. However, he does have a really good SimCity going on here. It'd be really hard for Lings to get into that base, and kudos to that, because that's really good. I should start doing that. Help me out a lot. Anyway, this guy's creep spread is still pretty dang good. I mean, he's got the entire route creeped. The only downside to this is that now I have a faster time getting to his base because my units are sped up on his creep as well as mine. And I also lost my entire army in that transaction. And he sends another overlord. I don't know why he'd do that. Maybe just to check on the saturation, but I don't know. Personally, I think that overlord's kind of a waste. It was the same overlord as the one before it, but now that he knows I have mutas on the field, which are faster than overlords, this guy shouldn't even be here. I'm gonna keep an eye on that guy. I want to see if he dies or not. I still have 1 surviving muta. He is still not expanded. Income tab coming up. We're about average on the harvester scale. He's only 4 ahead, not too bad. APM 64 to 80 for him. Yeah, that kind of sucks. These overlords being slightly out of position. And yes, that overlord does die. Ha! That's what you get for sending him back into battle. Anyway, so right now, seeing as the incomes are stabilizing, and he's just getting his expansion again. He has 3 queens with that army, and no queen up here for injects. Oh, is he going to inject 1 last time before that queen goes out? Yes, he will. And, yeah. I spotted this with that out-of-place muta. Its life was for a good cause. He scouted an attack, and he did get a kill, so it was totally worth it.